What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 bringing the newest episode of the Philadelphia Eagles Connected franchise. Yes, the 7-1 Philadelphia Eagles going up against the 3-6 Atlanta Falcons. So what I did before this game, I'll tell you right now, this was maybe the funnest game I've played. I tweaked my sliders a little bit. I gave myself all Madden sliders. Now, I'm probably debating if I'm going to make a video about it or not. I probably will, because the first time I did my sliders video, it seemed to get a pretty good reception. But I need to bump the difficulty up. 7-1 with the Eagles. I mean, even in my wildest dreams, the Eagles probably wouldn't start out 7-1. So I want to make it a little bit more difficult, and this is the fucking difficulty, man. It was such a fucking hard-fought game. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, because there's a lot of ticky-tack, dinky-dime football here from the Atlanta Falcons on offense. As you can see, it's a snowball, and we are wearing my favorite Philadelphia Eagle uniforms, the old-school white jerseys. And it looks like, you know, back to Reggie White's rookie year where we were 91. It looks like we have our new personal Reggie White in the middle of the field. I'm telling you right now, this is a historic game for Fletcher Cox, and you will see at the end of the video. But like I said, these sliders definitely made it a lot more difficult in the right areas. He didn't make, I'll tell you right now, it made the offense, playing defense is a lot more difficult, even though you'll see, like I said, at the end of the video, well, not really at the end of the video, but near the end, I kind of take over at some point, but it made the offense a lot more efficient. The play calling was a lot more better. It seems like a lot of times they try to run on the first 2 downs and pass. It was clearly run, pass every time. It definitely, you know, improved the play selection. So this is certainly the best difficulty to use. So if you guys want to see a video that I'm using for these sliders, I will definitely get on to doing that. But back to the CFM. Falcons are moving the ball. Like I said, no team has moved the ball like this on the opening drive against me. And look at that. Into the fucking touchdown there. I think that's Tammy. That was just bad tackling. I'll tell you that right now. Looks like, who did he beat there on the first thing? Rodney McLeod needs to do a better job. I don't know if it's because of the snow, but that was very, very poor defense. So now we're down. We're digging out a hole. I don't think this is the first time this entire connected franchise mode that I've had to dig myself out of a hole this early on in the game. And luckily for me, we have a quarterback that's used to playing in the cold temperatures. Coming out of North Dakota State, Carson Wentz is not going to be feared. It's not like you have Jared Goff here. God, California boy's probably never seen snow in his life. We got a guy that's built for the Philadelphia weather conditions. So I think we're going to have a, you know, that's another reason why Wentz was a better pick. As we get Jordan Matthews here on the screen, and he is taking off here. Fumble, went out of bounds, still our ball. But man, fuck. Who doesn't like a snow game? I'll say the only disappointment in this game was that I still did not focus a lot on the run. You figure in a snow game, you want to keep the ball on the ground, limit how many times you throw it in the air. But it was fucking working, man. I don't know what was with their wide receivers' cleats. Maybe they had special studs, but these guys weren't slipping a whole lot, and they were making plays. It's Aguilar again out of the slot. Another crucial play, a 30-yard gain for the Philadelphia Eagles. Aguilar in the last 2 weeks has really come on as our slot receiver threat. Obviously, we moved Jordan Matthews to the outside, so that role needed to be filled. And I'm impressed with what Aguilar's been able to do. Kenyon Barnes, our starting running back, again, man. This guy's on an absolute touchdown tear. Fantasy owners, beware. Kenyon Barnes, if he's anything like how he plays in my CFM. And let's be honest, I did the Sam Bradford trade before the Sam Bradford trade happened. I made Carson Wentz my starter before Carson Wentz was officially the starter. So next logical thing is Kenyon Barnes emerging as a sick running back, and you know them moving Jordan Matthews to the outside and him becoming a legit outside wide receiver threat. But like I said, this is shit you would not have seen a couple fucking games ago, man. This offense has really stepped it up. Rodney McLeod is going like a madman to try to stop him, brings him down, but that's still a big-time game from Devontae Freeman. 6 rushes, 98 yards. That's been my bread and butter. This entire connected franchise mode is, you know, I've been holding people to under fucking 20 rush yards a game. And now, man, they broke one big there. Like I said, maybe it's the weather conditions that were playing a big factor. I mean, it's certainly not ideal. But, I mean, you're playing Atlanta. They don't see snow. So this is definitely an advantage that we should have. If they play in a dome, they should not be able to move the ball like this outside in the snow, but they're able to. So that kind of sucks. But, you know, this is kind of things. When you bump up to the hardest difficulty, this is the kind of challenge that I want. 7-1 with the Eagles. I mean, it was child's play. Tevin Coleman is showing what it's like when you run against the Eagles most times. Minus 4 yards right now on 2 carries. You know, if you took out that big run from Freeman, they would be not really moving the ball a lot through the ground. But it is what it is. Fucking awful. I don't know what the hell happened there. I don't know if someone slipped, someone botched their coverage. He was wide open. That was not great coverage. So we're down 14-7. We're now moving the ball well into their zone. We got fucking Zach Ertz makes the catch over the middle. Looks like they should have been wrapping him up. He still gains 10 yards. Maybe that was another thing, another play down to the weather. But this one's coming back, man. Brandon Brooks holding, we went from first down, first and goal, to 3rd and 26. Where is Freddie Mitchell at? You know, 3rd and long. Let's go. Let's do something big here. We got Darren Sproles, Ryan Matthews in the backfield, Aguilar in the slot. He's looking like he might be the guy we want to go to. As we hit him deep, Nelson Aguilar made a contested catch in the snow. Okay, it wasn't enough to get the first down. It's 4th and 12. We're at to kick a field goal. But would you believe me that Nelson Aguilar made a catch in the snow? I'll just leave it here because this is a summary of the game. My fucking kicking. There's playing in Philadelphia. I don't know if it's the same for you guys if you play with different teams, but the win sometimes is fucking unbearable. Almost every game, at least for the last 3, has been fucking 15, 16 mile an hour winds that I can't kick it in one direction. I don't know. But now it's 17-7. Kenyon Barner saying, hey, maybe let's keep it on the ground here a little bit. I can still move the chains. There's a reason why I made enough plays for you to make me the starting running back. Making plays like this again, moving the chains. I'm very happy with the decision to make Kenyon Barner my starting running back. And for any of you guys out there that are playing with the Eagles, maybe give him a shot to start. A lot of people said Wendell Smallwood. I'm not so much a fan, but I'm really liking what I'm getting out of Kenyon Barner right now. And it's definitely giving me confidence that we don't have to pay Ryan Matthews to come back next year. Maybe we can, shore up some more cap space and look at maybe getting a corner or something like that. But we're moving the ball here. It's 17-7, 2 minutes left, just before the 2-minute warning. We definitely want to try to get a touchdown before the end of this half. As we had Jordan Matthews. Oh, can't catch him, baby. Let's go. Big time fucking touchdown there. It's like I knew what was happening. Next little Dan. Fuck, look at those uniforms. Dan Quinn can't believe it. Looking at his little playbook there. Can't believe Jordan Matthews just breathes. Oh, throw it to the ground. What a rager. You fucking rage. You griefing, bro? With your little hat. Little red hat there. Nice little touchdown there. Especially before the end of the first half to make it a 17-14 matchup. Still don't have the lead. Obviously, you'd want the lead heading into halftime. I don't know. This actually may be the first time we've been down at halftime. But we've done a decent job at holding Atlanta 2 field goals. They got another one, so it's 22-13. God, that fucking missed field goal. It could be 14, and then we get a touchdown. We go to 21 and be ahead. But there you go, right there. Fucking Michael Kendricks forcing the fumble. For some reason, it doesn't show the replay, but I had to include that in this game. Nice little forced fumble there. Moving the ball. Let's go. Ertz again makes the extension on the catch. Not a perfect ball by any means, but enough to move the chains. A gain of 13. Carson Wentz having an all-right day. 12-17, 226 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Obviously, we would like to see him without the interception. But, beggars can't be choosers. As long as we can continue to move the ball, we're going to be very cautious here and keep it on. Okay, I guess we're not going to be very cautious and keep it on the ground. We're going to audible. You got Paul Turner in the slot there, number 80. We're going to Paul Turner. Primetime Paul Turner. Oh, get it. Fuck. All right, it's down to 2. Now maybe we should run the ball. Paul Turner, though, I really do want to try to get Paul Turner more involved in the offense. But with how Nelson Aguilar's been performing, especially the last 3 games, it's tough to get Paul Turner reps. But he's number 4. He's there. Sometimes he'll be in games. Maybe if an injury comes up, we can see the emergence of Paul Turner. But we're going to keep it on the ground here with Darren Sproles, able to pop it to the outside on the pitch. That should tie the game up at 20 apiece. But as you guys can see already, man, this game's a lot more competitive than the last couple games. So, I found the sweet spot for the difficulty here, for sure. The being a snow game doesn't help it a whole lot. But this is beginning. This is what I told you. Fletcher Cox, there you go. 4 tackles already. 3 of those tackles, that's 3 tackles for loss and then a sack. Fletcher Cox is already playing like a man possessed. And just wait, man. This is, you saw the thumbnail before you clicked it. It was a picture of Fletcher Cox flexing. You're going to see why. This may be, I'm gonna hype it right now. Maybe my best performance with Fletcher Cox using him that I've had in Madden history. Okay, so that's sack number 1. So unfortunately, Atlanta's been able to move the ball, but after that sack, we were able to stop it and get the ball back. We're now on the 18 as we hit Mr. Kenyon Barner here for a nice 10-yard gain. Yeah, I'm trying to cut out. I do a lot of dink and dimes, especially in this game where the weather's bad and I don't want to throw an interception with Carson Wentz. So that's why, I cut right into when we're in the 20. But if you guys want to see more drives, more full-length, like I said, this video is almost 17 minutes long. So, I had to cut some play, and I'm showing you the meat and potatoes of it. So he made that big nice pass there to Kenyon Barner, hitting Darren Sproles on the nice little screen pass there. I'm really like the combination of these 2 speed backs. Didn't get much yards there, but I mean, whatever. Move the clock a little bit. 5 minutes left. You don't want to give Atlanta too much time. We're definitely going to score, hopefully. I mean, our field goal kicking has been atrocious, but eating as much clock as possible. And Darren Sproles has proved his value already right up here along the goal line with the earlier touchdown on the pitch. I think he's still in there. I don't think. Yeah, Sproles is still in. I don't know why Barner's not in. Maybe he's a little exhausted. But Sproles is getting the job done again. Another nice outside run touchdown for Darren Sproles, his second of the game. I think he only has like 6 or 7 yards, but 2 touchdowns, proving his worth, proving why he's such a dynamic running back in this offense, and his second touchdown on the game here to give us a 27-20 lead. So Atlanta's trying to move the ball down, trying to tie this game, and another fucking overtime matchup. We've already had 2 overtime games. Fletcher Cox, I mean, come on, bro. Trying to put Freeman in the stuff. Fletcher Cox, his second sack of the game. Look at that. Let's go. Is that Reggie White out there? No, it's Fletcher Cox, the second coming of Reggie White. You heard it here first, man. I love using Fletcher Cox from the interior, man. He is so tough. I don't think I mean, obviously the Dallas Cowboys was a tough matchup. The Redskins were all right, but I don't think there's many guards in this league that can really stop me with Fletcher Cox. So the next play, it's already 2nd and 16 off the Fletcher Cox sack. I think you know what may be happening next. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get another tackle for loss. For Tevin Coleman's -9 yards on the game. He is just not having a good day. 4th tackle for loss for Fletcher Cox. This is a game. This is a legendary game. I think this is going to be the new staple game for Fletcher Cox. At least in this connected, obviously only in this connected franchise mode. But I mean, oh my God. Is this what? And again, another one. Another sack. 4 sacks, 7 tackles. This guy, 10th sack of the season. It's actually his 10th and a half sack of the season. Life is good, man. You cannot. Where's the double team? Come on, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice Cube. I know it's cold out there, but you should be fucking at least double covering, double blocking Fletcher Cox, putting 2 guys on him. Another, man, 3rd sack of the game. This game here should be out of hands, but it's not. Our secondary is fucking shit in the bed here. Julio Jones converted a long 3rd down. It's 1st and 10. What can we do? Oh, how about we just get another sack with Fletcher Cox? 8th tackle, 4th sack of the game. But again, man, Atlanta still somehow is able to keep the ball on the field and move the chains. I think it's our weak secondary. I mean, Atlanta has a talented wide receiver core. Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Jacob Tamme. I'm not going to lie. Jacob Tamme was beating our linebackers but like a drum. I don't know if that was Kendrick's assignment or Nigel Brown's assignment, but I definitely was not impressed with their performance covering the tight ends here, especially in the red zone. As fuck, man, I don't know what it is with this Eagles team closing out games. We even struggled to close out games against Pittsburgh. We struggled to close out games against Washington, and now we're struggling to close out a game against the Atlanta Falcons, a game that we rightfully should have been. You know, Fletcher Cox has been a man possessed. As we get, oh, that was almost another sack. That was 1 yard away from being, I don't know what sack would that have been, 5th sack on the game, trying to close in on that. I don't know who has the record. Was it? I remember Kiwanuka. Was it or OCU Manura got like 6 against the Eagles a couple years ago. But I mean, Fletcher Cox, man possessed. False start, move him back 5 yards. For the love of God, can the secondary make a goddamn play? I mean, Eric Rowe is no longer on the team in real life, but I kept him. He's been the only guy that's consistently been able to make plays in that secondary. He has 3 interceptions on the season. I believe that has him tied for 4th in the league right now. But I mean, we need him to come up. Someone needs to make a goddamn play. We'll make a nice little tackle here to Tamme. They got last timeout, 9 seconds left on the clock on the 5-yard line. Someone make a goddamn play. 4th and goal. This is the fucking game. Who else am I going to use here? Let's be honest. Fletcher Cox in the middle. We're looking with a 3-4 here for some reason. We're deciding to go to a 3-4. I got double teamed. Tamme again. Okay, from the side, it looks like that would be Bradham's mark. So I'm going to blame that on Nigel Bradham for Tamme's second touch. I mean, he's having a big game. I mean, we did decent containing Julio Jones. I think Julio Jones is at like 60, 70 yards. But this Tamme guy has fucking been on fire, man. He got enough. I don't even want to talk about it. So this game's going overtime. Our 3rd overtime matchup of the season. I mean, you know, we're 7-1, but it's not a fucking easy 7-1. We've had 2 games where we had to fight tooth and nail. Unfortunately, we lost in 1 overtime. We were able to win against the Washington Redskins. So now the Falcons have the ball here, and what else? Fletcher Cox, somehow they only give him a half a sack. That should be 5 sacks for Fletcher Cox, but they gave him the half one there. 4.5 sacks, 8 tackles. The best performance I think I've personally ever had with Fletcher Cox. But that forced them to punt, so now the game is in our hands. We think we ate a lot of clock here. We struggled moving the ball, but we're able to get it, convert a lot of 3rd downs. as we are moving it here. We're already in field goal range, 27-27, but you already saw what happened. When I tried to make like a 30-yarder with Parkey, I fucking shanked it. Look, I was doing it here, and I was like, oh my god, I got the win on my side. I had to call the timeout to freeze my kicker. I was like, alright, whatever, we can fucking win this game. Then I saw I went to this weird fucking animation, and with how bad my kicking was, I'm calling a timeout. I'm getting a fucking touchdown. I am not putting the... I don't want to tie. If I fucking miss this kick, a minute 26 left, Atlanta could just stall, run the ball, and get a tie. No one wants to see a fucking tie. What a joke that would be. So I said, I got to punch this shit in. And we got Kenyon Barner here. We got some speed on the outside. Darren Sproles has also been very effective for us today. It's 2 touchdowns within the red zone. But I am not kicking a field goal. In the snow, the wind, you got that stupid ice to kicker motion. Luckily, they burned a timeout there for I don't know what fucking reason. But there we go. Look at that. End the game. Kenyon Barner with a nice little scamper, 20-yard scamper is, I don't know how many, that's his 7th touchdown in 3 games. He is absolutely on fire, but that was an epic game, man. I didn't even want to stop to record these videos because I just wanted to keep playing my franchise mode. With this new difficulty, I love it. So the Eagles win 33-27. I'd say that and the Redskins game, or even all 3 games that have gone to overtime have been epic fucking matchups. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video as much as I did like playing it. I can't wait to go hop in now. This is my last one that I had recorded and go play some more connected franchise mode, and I'm fucking loving it. Let me know if you guys want me to do the sliders, showing these sliders that I'm using. As I let you guys look at these stats here as I wrap the video up. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Philadelphia Eagles Connected Franchise Mode. A little bit longer, but usually the longer ones are well worth the time that's going to take you to watch them because they're epic fucking matchups. So smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And thank you for, look at that. Fletcher, thumbs up. Give me a like for that performance from Fletcher Cox. Reggie White 2.0. Until next time, guys, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.